So this is HydroShift 360 TL, an AIO that has almost no visible tubes, yep, almost, as you can see. But I like what Lian Li did here. They moved the tubes to exit on the one side of the radiator to create a more cleaner look of your PC, and I think that they succeeded in that, since this AIO performs extremely well too. Obviously they intended it to go on the top of the case, and this will in fact give you the cleanest look, but I wanted to test it if it can be mounted on the side of a case, since many of you that use O11 dynamic cases would want to mount an AIO on the side. So word from a sponsor, and let's check out what's in this box. Looking for affordable Windows or Office keys? Look no further, I got you covered. Head over to scdkey.com, pick your Windows edition, use my discount code LE25 to get a 25% on any Windows or Office products. Once you complete your order, after a few seconds you will receive your code. In Windows, go to Settings, there should be an Activate Windows prompt at the bottom. Click that, enter your code and wait for Windows to finish activation. To check the activation status, use the command prompt with the command slmgr.vbs/xpr and you should receive a notification that the machine is permanently activated. Once again, use code LE25 at scdkey.com. Of course you have the manual, but if you ever mounted an AIO in your life, this is not needed. But fun fact, the manual says that you can mount it on the side as well, so yeah, there's that. Moving on, since this is a TL version of the AIO, in the box you will get a TL series controller, AMD and Intel mounting hardware, extra bracket for the tubes, we'll explain this later, and we also have a thermal paste and a spatula and screws as well. These are the plastic covers for the screw holes on the TL fans. They are already covered, but these go on the other side, the one that is not visible anyhow. This L bracket is the cover for the tubes, and this is the right angled one, since the left angled one is already on the AIO itself. Obviously you would need another one in case you decide to route the tubes over to the other side than it is right now. There is the L-Connect download QR code on a piece of paper. This is a magnetic cover for the pump screws, and of course here is the pump block itself. I want to point out that compared to the previous Galahad LCD AIO, this one is of a much better quality, especially the pump block. As you can see, the tubes exit from the AIO on the side, and it uses metal brackets to secure them in place there, with a larger plastic one that actually hides the tubes like a mask that of course gives it good looks. The radiator itself is a bit thicker and bigger than before, 403mm by 144.5 by 31mm thick, and they also brought back the brushed aluminum plate on it. Fans here are obviously the TL series. These are amazing fans, by the way. In case you haven't seen the review yet, there will be a link somewhere in the corner, so check it out. The TL version is the strongest model in the lineup, since there are 360S, that would be a standard model, 360R stands for the RGB, and it's not just naming all here, but RGB and TL models do have a different pump as well. I believe that standard S models have a pump from Asetek Gen 8, like the one on the Galahad LCD model, but RGB and TL models do have a newer pump. All I know that it's other OEM manufacturer, doesn't say which one. Doesn't change the fact that it performs extremely well. The pump is rated for speeds from 1500 RPM up to 3200 RPM, and it is virtually inaudible even at max. Even though Lian Li explicitly says it's louder than standard model, trust me, it is silent in real life. Other than that, the TL model has better airflow because of the TL fans ranging 200 up to 2600 RPM with 19.1 CFM and 3.97mm H2 of static pressure. This is what is responsible for its performance, of course. The pump block is redesigned as well, more squared edges now, material looks better, and it has a silver metallic bezel around the screen, and the whole pump has this brushed finish to it, giving away a premium feeling nonetheless. The screen is IPS 2.88 inches in diagonal with resolution of 480 by 480 pixels with 500 nits of brightness. The pump block also comes with screws already mounted on it with springs to give it a more steady, secure pressure on the CPU, and also this nice cover that goes on top of the pump to hide the screws, of course for better visuals. As you can see, the biggest innovation here are these shifted tubes, hence the name HydroShift. We have more elastic tubes than on regular AIOs, you can bend these much more, they are extremely flexible. They exit on the regular side, much like any other AIO, but we have these metal clips that keep the tubes in place and secured as well, with a nice plastic cover that hides all of this from plain sight. And also this plastic is so hard to take off, so watch out in case you need to take it off. Maybe you want to shift tubes to exit to the other side and use another bracket that I already showed you, so just beware of that. They also included these tube combs that you can secure to the tubes and tidy the things even more, since you can route cables through these combs as well for an extremely clean look. The base plate on the pump block is of course copper, and it is large enough to support Intel rectangular CPUs as well as new AMD Ryzen CPUs. So for the test here I will use Ryzen 9 7950X CPU, which is known to be super hot. Mounting is of course easy, remove the factory brackets on the socket, mount new ones using the same screws, put a thermal paste on the CPU and just slap the block over it and tighten all the screws till the end. They will stop once they reach the end, so no worries about over tightening. So performance then. Room is AC controlled to 25 degrees Celsius, outside is like 40, it's super hot. Idle temperatures are 43 degrees and mostly steady at 43 for longer periods of time. Gaming temperatures are more or less the same as Galahad 2 LCD, so a slight improvement there. While hammering the CPU to 100% load using the AIO stress test, I must say that I am impressed with only 72 degrees, given the fact that this CPU goes up to 95. It is undervolted, I must mention that PBO enable curve optimizer set to -25, but with Galahad 2 LCD this was going up to 75, so I think that this improvement is excellent nonetheless. Not only that, but the whole system is more silent, as I already mentioned that the pump noise is lower with the HydroShift model. The Cinebench R23 also sees a slight improvement around 1 degree. And what's most important here are the clocks, they are steady around 5.5 GHz. But there are some limitations I ran into, and let me explain what, since I think this is also an oversight and missed opportunity by Lian Li. You see here I have no visible cables for the fans cause I had to cut some things, but this is just me, okay? And why do I think that this is a missed opportunity? Because regularly a cable for the fans is going on the end of the fan cluster, regularly on top here. And this is also a missed opportunity by Lian Li to further hide this cable, hence my mod. I had to orient the fans to the other way, so my connector is on the side where the tubes are. This is an issue since fans sit flush with the bracket that holds the fans, the metal bracket. So removing one bracket, things are better as the connector for the fans can now fit, but then this plastic cover can't. So I snipped some edges here on it to make it fit, but also a little bit of the connector itself. It is not visible and I have spare connectors, otherwise I would not do it. But you have to admit that it looks better with the fan cable exiting where the tubes are not being visible at all. So moving to the L-Connect part, I mean the software, as it is of course needed to control the fans, pump speed and of course what is on the screen itself. Most notable changes are in the themes now. They call this option the Style Express, and it does look better than before. Things are shifted around, we have more information now on the screen as well, and these styles can give your build another dimension. I also hope that these styles will become user moddable, so anyone can create and publish styles for you to download, as like this we have only 6 of them, where one is just a clock, so not a lot of options. Other than that, we have the regular GIFs or videos as a background, still images as well, but we also have now the option to display triple or quad sensor groups on the screen. This is useful to see the load of your CPU or GPU or both of them alongside the temperatures. All styles like the single sensor and slider sensors are also available. Within the themes there are also other presets here that can give you cool effects combined with your desired backgrounds. Since this is a TL version, you can also control TL fans here, set curves and control the pump RPM as well. You can set it to a fixed RPM or use the PWM control, which has a less aggressive curve than before, which in return makes the pump much quieter in operation. So with all this said, the performance is obviously here, looks of course, especially for top mounted AIOs like on the picture here, but I wanted to test it on the side since in all 11 cases side radiator as an intake gives me the best temperatures. But how much will this set you back? Well, prices are varying a lot. $179.99 for the standard non-RGB version, $199.99 for the RGB model, and $259.99 for the TL version as it comes with the TL controller and fans as well. It's a lot honestly, but given the fact that it performs so well and it actually brings something new and fresh to an already saturated AIO market, and it's backed by a 6-year warranty, I think it's more than okay. Then, and it is also $30 cheaper than Galahad 2 LCD on launch, so there's that as well. That's it for this time guys, sub to the channel, like and share the video, and I'll see you in the next one.